Yo, what is up, guys? It's the Boss Man Baby, and I'm here on another episode of the Curlyverse podcast with my guy, Brayan.
What's good? What's good, chat?
Hey, bro, how we doing today, man?
Sure, we're doing good, honestly.
Yeah, it's beginning of March and the new year and shit like that. It's pretty smooth. The year's going by pretty fast, bro.
Exactly. It's already March Madness, you know?
Yeah. Oh god.
Swish.
Wait, are you a big basketball fan?
Not really. But you know, future, you know?
Type shit, yeah. Is there anything like, as far as like goals that you've already accomplished? Because, you know what I mean, entering off, like, people might not know you. We'll get into it a little bit, but you just finished a race. What type of race was that?
Yeah, so that was a big goal of mine. Well, it was the Atlanta Publix Marathon. So it was the 20th anniversary of it. So it started in 2007, and today, or this past weekend on Sunday, it was the 20th
Holy shit.
anniversary.
How far is the marathon?
So a marathon is 26.2 miles.
Fuck, man, that's fucking.
Yeah, so it's like from like Statesboro, pretty much past Claxton, pretty much to the Claxton golf course.
Holy shit. Oh, wait. So that was the route? Wait, what was the route?
The route was in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. But like, what was it more like in town or was it more?
It was in town, so you go pretty much in the city.
Oh.
They shut down all the roads. You're going through it.
That's pretty cool. Hell yeah. How many people like attended there?
I think it was over 20,000. We could fact check that now.
20,000 people running in one direction is crazy. That scared the fuck out of me.
Marathon, yeah, 2026 marathon results. So yeah, I mean, there was 2 races done that weekend, 3 actually. There's a 5K on a Saturday. Nah, that's yours. So there was 3 races this past weekend. The 5K was on Saturday, which is 3.1 miles, typical, you know, everyday or common race.
Yeah.
And then there's the half marathon, which is 13.1 on Sunday, and also that's at the same time it was going on with the 26.2, the full marathon.
Wait, so did you hit the 5K or were you like waiting for the marathon?
Nah.
No.
I was here for the chocolate run in town. That Saturday.
I've seen on your story, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, I pretty much dipped out
that
here.
way.
Went straight that way. Went straight to war, guys.
Oh my god, bro. Okay, so in of itself, that's a huge like goal. Well, let's like bring it like back to the beginning. Like, where are you like from?
Yeah, so I'm from born and raised in Statesboro. Family's from Mexico though. The state above Mexico City, so it's called Hidalgo. From that side of the town, it's pretty calm in the mountains.
Yeah.
Type vegetation, you know, it's green, nice, calm.
Siblings?
Yeah, siblings. So sibling-wise, I'm the oldest, and I got 3 younger sisters, and then a little bro.
Oh, hell yeah. How does it feel to be like the oldest?
Man, it's kind of tough, because, you know, you're trying to, like, set the path, set the tone for them.
Yeah.
And I'm out here achieving some stuff that's like, yo, chill.
Yeah, that happens. A lot of like people like think like the older like sibling has to like take on like more of a leader role. Do you think did you have to learn that, or you always kind of like been like the leader type?
Yeah, so like as you know, growing up in school, you know, I was always like curious. You know, I was like, you know, how to learn, how to lead in a way. And then I was put in, you know, scenarios where I just had to be a leader, you know, just in high school. I just, you know, during some classes, you know, just leading the project. You know, just put yourself accountable, you know?
Yeah.
And pushing others through, you know, and helping them get to the goal.
Yeah, oh my god. And so, you know, growing up in Statesboro, obviously, you know, you're Latino and everything. What is like your experience, not only just being Latino, but just your experience in Statesboro? Because I mean, like now it's a growing city, there's too many people in this one town.
Yeah, so like my experience here, you know, at first, you know, growing up in Statesboro, it was kind of chill. There's only like a few Hispanic Latinos in Statesboro, you know. It was only like growing up, I mean, it could only
it's pretty diverse, I would say.
Yeah, it was like about 5 or 6 in my grade class, you know, it was minimal. In Statesboro at least.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, of course, now it grew from that. Now there's a good bit now of everything.
Yeah.
Statesboro blew up.
They're making the racing canes, dude.
Yeah. That's really just that.
Did you see the line?
Yeah. It's right in front of my house. It's like, I gotta cross to that every morning. Oh my gosh.
What is what is even Dutch, bro?
I don't know. It's coffee, bro. Apparently.
Dog, bro. And I see some TikTok that's like, dude, the unemployed is crazy right now with these lines and shit like that in the States, bro. And I think it is a little bit too small for a lot of the population. You know what I mean? But it's a growing. You know what I mean? That's what life is. You just have to grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, growing up in Statesboro, you know, did you have a lot of friends, or how was like your experience, you know, growing up as an adult, you know what I mean, who you are now?
Yeah, so like, it's like with anything in life, like you start having a lot of friends, you know, growing up, and then eventually, you know, everyone just gets busy.
Facts.
You know, everyone got their own agenda, own goals, you know, they start focusing in on that, you know.
Yeah, on their own, like, paths too.
Paths in life, you know, and you hang out with them every now and then whenever you get a chance, you know, and it's like, nothing ever happened, you know, and it's like, you know, it's just how life is sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you're just closer to the people either you work with or you're around with more to accomplish those goals. You know?
Yeah, facts. That is actually well put, because whenever, you know, we grow old and we have goals, and, you know, obviously certain people feel some type of way towards certain people because they assume, you know, they don't like me or anything, but in reality, like, everyone has to do their own thing. Especially now as an adult, you have to pay shit, you fucking have to feed yourself, somehow go to this place and enjoy life while you have to take responsibility here, you know what I mean?
Exactly, you gotta work to live.
Work to live, yeah, facts. Unless you're a bajillionaire and fucking, you know what I mean? Everyone wants to, like, aim for that, you know what I mean? A little bit more freedom, you know what I mean? What's like one of your goals, you know what I mean? As far as like, I gotta say, like, work balance, you know what I mean? Like, helping people out with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so like for me, you know, it's kind of a different perspective and views, as in goals. One of my goals is, you know, freedom. Freedom comes with time. So if you work so much, you don't have much time to do what you want to do for free, pretty much,
Yeah.
for yourself.
For yourself, yeah, for sure.
So then you kind of let go of those hobbies and time flies, and before you know it, you're running out of energy to do those hobbies you was wanting to do.
Yeah, you're looking in the mirror and you're a little older.
Yes.
People around you are a little older,
Yeah.
stuff like that, yeah.
And for me, I always like enjoyed, you know, living life day by day in a way, you know, on weekends, just go to the beach,
Hell yeah.
while you're young.
Yeah, you are a very outgoing person from a perspective online, you know what I mean? You travel a lot, you know what I mean? The photo that you sent me, was that in Puerto Rico, or what was that?
Yeah, so I was in Puerto Rico
Holy shit.
twice last year. Somehow
Twice last year? Oh my god.
I went for spring break.
How was that? Holy shit.
I went for spring break for the boys, you know, with the group, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was like, man, I always want to go to Puerto Rico. I heard their culture is pretty cool, you know, especially with all the music, you know, it's just popping everywhere. And, you know, I just went to go see what all the songs were about. And I'm like, let's go see what they're live. Man, Puerto Rico is like a mix between the U.S. and Mexico. There's that freedom there.
Yeah.
And it's
literally,
literally...
it is, isn't it? It's one of those,
territories. Territories.
Yeah, holy shit.
It's you get the security of being in the U.S., but at the same time, it's like Mexico, because the culture, the structure there, it's all old school, yeah. And it's full of that culture.
And what's probably like a couple stories you would say from your experiences over there, you know what I mean? Certain stories that kind of pop out?
Stories, man. Some of these guys. Oh yeah, one of my favorite ones, it happened I think on night 3. We ended up going to a beach called, you have to look it up, it's called Playa Crash Boat. So San Juan is like the main capital of Puerto Rico, and then you gotta go to Playa Crash Boat, which is about roughly 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how traffic is. And that's pretty much on the other side of the island, so you can imagine 2 hours to get to the other side of the island. It's pretty small island, you know?
Facts.
So
that's so cool. Holy shit.
But that beach was amazing. It wasn't too packed. It had all the beach island vibes you could think of.
A palm tree, a coconut on the floor.
Exactly, yeah. And they call it crash boat because it's an old pier where the waves used to come in heavy, that the boats used to crash fairly often.
Okay,
so
when you said that, it gave a little ominous. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
It's pretty cool. So they got the old piers there, and what we used to do is pretty much what all the locals do there is go up on the piers and jump off. So of course, the further you go out, the deeper it is.
Yeah.
The more it will fall.
Oh my god.
Man.
I think I've been watching this. Oh.
That was there, but it was cool. They got graffiti everywhere, and it's all like legit, like the old school, you know.
And the culture, like just experiencing someone else's other life, you know what I mean? Instead of like, you know, being here like all the time and then you go figure out, oh, there's more to the world, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's more. And how, like, was everyone speaking English or Spanish? Or
Spanish about it.
Fuck, hell yeah, I love that shit.
And it's like the Spanish, which is like Puerto Rican Spanish that has like slang.
Yeah.
So it's like a different type of Spanish.
Shout out Bad Bunny, because he's like the one of those, one of the most famous examples of Puerto Rico.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Man, that was a crazy.
It was
shit.
cool.
And then you went the second time.
The second time was for Bad Bunny.
Yeah. No way.
For the residency tour.
No way. You went to Puerto Rico for a
residency.
How was that?
It was amazing. I had to go, you know. Not just had to.
That's one time of a life, like one experiences of a lifetime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so specific.
Yeah. I wasn't planning it. You know, I was just like, you know, I'm gonna cop these tickets. YOLO, so what? Worst case, I sell them. Someone else could go for me.
Really?
You could have flipped the tickets because they were sold out. Every night was sold out.
Oh yeah. Especially in fucking
Yeah.
heaven, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And then ended up, what was it? I think it was September, I believe, or August. No, it was Labor Day weekend, so that would have been September time frame. I went that weekend. I planned it out. I'm gonna cop tickets for that weekend because I'm gonna be out.
Yeah.
So then I went Thursday to Sunday. Man, it was tough.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like it was like being in spring break again over there. It's it's so free over there.
Hell yeah, and just the feeling of like being free and like being able to like do as you please in somewhere where no one knows you is like probably one of the most. I only had that one experience, but that was like in Hawaii. That was like when I graduated from high school, and I went there probably for like 2 weeks and basically the same experience as you. You know, just fucking being able to see like different shit is amazing. Dude.
Yeah, being immersed in that culture. Yeah. And then you just wake up one morning and you're like, dang, I don't gotta go to work. I'm free. I can
go to the
beach right now at
go
10.
to the store, fucking figure out and just meet new people and shit like that.
Actually, just drink a coconut at 2 p.m. when everyone else over here working. I'm like, chilling. Like, where y'all at, bro?
Oh God, bro. Holy shit, dude. And that's the experience of life, is kind of experiencing not only your views but other people's views. I feel like, do you feel like? I feel like honestly that enriches you, but what does that do for you? You know what I mean?
It gives me this perspective of life, you know. It's like it's good to work, but you also gotta have that work-life balance to enjoy the benefits of your hard work.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's tough to get out or trying to find a way out, make a group chat out, make a group chat type deal. But you know, if you're able to do it and travel with 1 or 2 friends, I mean, that's all you really need, just 2. You know, keep each other safe, split the cost. And do it like Thursday to Friday, Thursday to Sunday. It's in there. It's free will, you know.
Yeah. You don't need much in life other than just experience and being the camaraderie around your friends and shit like that. Was that another reason why you kind of went towards the running, or is it more like a mental battle?
It was more like running. To me, was more like a mental balance. In a way, you know, I was going through every time, like, well, for me and the other co-founder Eric, we were going through a tough time last year around this time. We were just going through a rough time, and we were going to the gym and all, but the gym, you know, once you go to the gym, you're in there and then you're out. Kind of, you don't really talk to people. Yeah, that's it. It's just you're in there doing your thing. You know, everyone else is doing their thing as well. They're not really there to chit chat.
Yeah.
So then it's like, and after that, we're like, after the gym, let's go for a run. And the weather was nice. And when we went for a run, we saw the sun down, like sunset and everything. We were just talking about life, you know, like, yeah, maybe I do have a point, you know, or stuff like that. And then after the run, you know, during the run, there's this thing called runner's high, where is your body through exercise releases dopamine in your brain, pretty much, the feel good chemical. And then after the run, you just stop and all that dopamine's still there. So then you feel that calmness, and it's like, everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna chill out. And then not to mention, you already got a good exercise in, you go to sleep even better because you're tired. Your mind's at sleep, mentally peace. Like honestly, that's just the balance I needed. And And I'm like, if this worked for me and Eric without having to go to therapy or do any other things, not good, and it kept us out of trouble.
You help other people.
It could help other people. So then that's when we started the run club. Like, yo, me and Eric were back and forth, like, yeah, start run club. I heard there's some in Atlanta, they're popping, Like one of them we remember on TikTok was called Quarter Atlanta. And they were pretty deep. We were like, dang, they actually got a movement going over there, bro. They're getting sponsored and everything. I'm like, they can do it, why can't we?
Facts.
So then I bit the bullet, made an Instagram, and then just had our first meet. I think it was middle of May, and 5 people showed up.
Yeah.
And we were only thinking about a handful of people going to show up, which was what we were expecting. And then from there, we just kept promoting it. At first, for pretty much till the end of the year, it was just me and Eric. And it was a lot to do because we're both juggling jobs, life, family, whatever.
Someone has to post this or create this or do this posting.
Exactly. It was a lot on us. But ever since January happened, we got more leadership roles, more people interested in doing leadership positions, and we're able to help us out now. And we got the club to a movement now.
Very good movement. Yeah. And I want to take this time to tell you and Eric. Thank you. I'm not sure how many times, you've heard that, in the past weeks with not only running, but just your daily lives because, that little moment where you and Eric were like, let's go ahead and just take a leap. Yeah. That potentially may have saved lives or may have put a smile on somebody else's face or maybe like, okay, well, now I have something to look forward to because of these guys, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I just want to thank you for that, because it's one of those things, especially now in today's culture where we're so indoctrinated and involved with technology, that we kind of forget about the humanity of humans and like connection, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to fucking tell, Sally, fuck you on the internet or I don't like you or you know what I mean? But when you have interactions like we're having now, you kind of understand somebody a little bit more better or just different perspectives, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, it needs to be highlighted a little bit more in this town, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. The whole purpose of the run club that we started is more like a social club. Mixed in with some exercise, just to get blood flowing, get some steps in during the day, and just reconnect with other people. Like in school, we always interacted with the classmates.
Facts.
And then after school ended, it's like,
tough. Especially and after high school, it's kind of like what now? We're like, how do I even talk to these guys anymore because we don't have class anymore?
Everyone does their own way in life.
Exactly.
The people that are around you, goes reconnect. Out of school, and do something together as a community. Help each other out. We're always there supporting people through, the run club and also, just talking things out with them. It's just another person to talk to.
Yeah, facts. And seeing it grow up probably one of the most inspiring thing, especially in your perspective too, like seeing new faces and stuff like that. It kind of help you be more social, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and of course, 100%. I was actually pretty shy to be honest myself, and I'm like, dang, we really out here bringing more people together. We got to step up, be more social, more approachable. Trying to get to know each other better, which we're doing very well, and it's starting to form more like a family than it is a club.
Yeah.
I remember when you came out there. Remember we were raising money for funeral expenses.
Yeah. Recipes, man.
Yeah.
And it's one of those sad stories in our community, but it's one of those things that really inspired me to even go out there and be like, yo, this is not just for me, it's for somebody else.
Exactly.
And then seeing everyone around like understanding that and not just worrying about a workout or anything, was a little bit more deeper, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. We're just there, for a common cause, to raise some funds, and that way more people come out here and join us,
Yeah.
We're not really for profit. We're there to help others, in the community, and just another space where people could interact with, through a common ground.
Facts.
It's, of course, the run club's free of cost, for our members, and then we also compete in races.
Yeah.
We travel for them.
Yeah.
We split the expenses, to make it happen, and
Facts.
make it more easier and attainable for people. Coach them throughout the way. If you want to do a 5K, 51 miles, fine. If you want to do a 10.
You've seen that more often, seen that a little bit more going on, coaching and seeing not inspiring, but kind of you see someone and then you want to do something like, I don't know what the word is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get inspired by others while they're doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And that was part of the reason, like, Angel and I pretty much had to have the full marathon to show people down here that it is possible to set your train up to a big goal like that. Because I believe, if I read the stats right, 1% of the world will run a full marathon once in their lifetime.
No way.
1%, less than 1% will actually finish it.
Oh my god.
So the stats are insane.
Shit. So that's actually cool. That's actually a good perspective to look at it now. Like I'm uncommon amongst uncommon men.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things where like you have to like even for me, I should go running a little bit more. And I did a little bit more in high school. It was more, I was soccer and cross country and shit like that. So I understand like the dopamine high and everything, and just being out there and being with nature and shit like that. So like, beautiful as fuck.
Exactly, enjoying the views and everything, and interacting with others while you run makes it less painful, less boring in a way.
Laugh it off, probably.
Talk jokes, this and that. Just talk about life before you know it. You're already at 30 minutes, and you didn't even feel like that.
That's actually a good perspective for other people to like look at it, because at the end of the day, it's a workout too.
Yeah.
That's a good ass fucking workout. Let's be fucking for real. You add instead of subtracting from your life.
Exactly.
Yeah, facts.
You get the social aspect, you get the the physical workout aspect of that, and then you also like add a goal to your life. Like, dang, I want to do that race.
Yeah.
You work up to, I want to get faster. I want to do that distance. You train, and through the whole process, we're there supporting you and giving you tips to be better.
Yeah. That's fucking inspiring as fuck, Brian. Everyone that's interested and wants to join South Georgia Run Club, go ahead and follow them on their Instagram real quick. A little bit. Go check them out, because dude, it's been an inspiring road as of right now, and I'm really excited to see what comes to the future.
Exactly.
When you run, for you personally, like what's like things that go in your mind, or like what's common thoughts? You know what I mean? Are they more negative, positive? You know what I mean?
Honestly, it depends, but I'm starting to see a trend. Like when I do some crazy long distances or some off the wall like fast run, it's kind of usually fueled by being unemotionally stable and to prove others wrong, and prove the ones that doubt, and to inspire the ones that do believe.
Love that shit, dude. That's fucking good, because fucking there's a lot of people that fuel off of not only anger, but also proving other people's wrong and shit like that, and also proving to themselves. Is that a little bit of more of something you too like prove it to yourself as well?
Yeah. Honestly, it's like
I hit this goal, or I hit this mile.
If I could do it, it's what else am I capable of doing? You kind of like starting to set a standard for yourself. It's deeper. It's a you versus you. In a race, it's always you versus you.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, obviously there's other right race, but you're the person that has to go across it. There's no fucking right back or left wing that you can blame. It's one-on-one.
Yeah, and running to an aspect is physical, and which you could train for, but at the end of the day, it's your mentality. You go through a fine line after mile 20. For me, I hit a wall, and I'm like, bro, I could literally just quit, sit on this bench right here, and just wait it out, or I could just continue every step till the end. And at mile 20, and you're at 26. You only got 6.2 miles left, but that's the hardest part of the race. That's 6.2.
Yeah.
I only trained up until that run that I did, only 20 miles max. Never did anything more. That took me like 4.5 hours. And then after completed the race, going through all them thoughts, just locking in, like I started to feel my calves, my quads, so I started to lock up. At the end, there's a clip. My form was so off, but it was my mentality that pushed me all the way through the finish line. My body was shutting down.
Yeah, shit was like, your body was probably like stopping your body.
Yeah, my muscles were giving out, like literally. And there's a reason why the first marathoner ever in Greece or whatever ran from like I think Athens to somewhere else or Rome. Man died.
Holy shit.
Man died. Yeah, look it up. Fact check it.
Holy shit.
Man, the first marathoner ever who ran that distance died right after delivering the message that they won the Persian War or something like that, or the Persians lost or something like that.
What the fuck?
Fact check it. Yeah, that's why it's a big deal. Running a marathon is like, you're pretty much that's a limit. That's why less than 1% complete one marathon in their life. Just complete it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about time.
Holy shit.
So
Was there a lot of people that you saw that quit?
yeah, honestly, you start, after the half, you start to see a bunch of like majority of the people running it along you are doing half.
Yeah.
But then after that, a bunch of people just start walking or giving up, and I'm there but come on, you got it, just encouraging them. But as you got closer to the final miles, you started seeing people just walking. But they weren't giving up, they were just walking. I mean, there's some of them were even just sitting down on the curb, just like, dang, my ankle's cooked.
Facts. It's been slamming on the cement for the past hour.
No, 2-3 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like, and then the heat, dehydration, and then the hills in Atlanta, something else.
Man, shit.
So if you know, it's one of the worst ones. And for my first marathon, I don't know how I did it, but it was just fueled on thoughts.
Holy fuck. Oh,
And-
man. That's a good thing to look at though, your thought pattern whenever you run.
I don't plan my thoughts like that. Normally
Yeah.
I'm going in like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna lock in, have a good playlist going, and then somehow life just structures me to have like something happen right before that race that just burns inside me, and like
that might be something that's
it just fuels.
more spiritual. You know what I mean? Like something like because like whatever it is, God, the universe, or everything, they do give you certain challenges, and then it's easy. Everyone in your shoes that feels some type of way would probably be like, well, I don't feel good. I don't want to.
Exactly.
Or shit, I don't want to do this today. Maybe next week or something like that. Because I even fall victim to that. You know what I mean? Whenever you you come from growing so much, and who you are now, especially with running, do you have like a difficulty with your perspective of yourself and comparing to others?
Not really. I look at them more as a inspiration to others. I kind of perceive myself, push myself personally to achieve those levels. And to give other people goals, just telling them it is possible. And of course, there's always faster people. Of course, there's always gonna be people with more experience. I'm trying to learn.
Slower people too.
Yeah, slower people as well, but it's all a building block. It's all path you choose to train in and do better in consistently. And yeah, I've learned a lot, and there's even people that I follow on Strava that are just doing insane miles, like 7 miles at like a really fast pace in the morning, and then they go to work. I'm like, yo, I could barely do that.
What demons are you fighting?
Exactly, literally. But I know deep down, I'm like, bro, not used to be like that, but I know what fuels you.
Yeah.
I know the burn. Like,
yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a good way to kind of come full circle. Where you start from like not knowing so much about running and being a little scared, and then now you're kind of like seeing other people in the same bracket as far as you, and then you want to attain this, and so that's probably it's the same thing as, I don't think it's the same thing as team sports, but definitely like solo sports for sure.
Yeah, and obviously I've been trying to get more people into it, and the people that are sticking with it, man, they're doing great. They're doing better than me. We're training them for it, and they want to do it, they want to pursue it, and I think 2 of my friends already in the club are trying to do marathons now. They're trying to push themselves and their bodies. I'm like,
Inspiring.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's you want to be that 1% of the world who does 1 marathon at least in their lifetime.
Yeah, God, that makes me want to run. So
the stats are insane, but it takes a lot and takes some training. But to be fair, it's what you make out of life that gives it.
Yeah. When you train for that, you said you did how many miles?
So
like training for
this is not the ideal training
for sure.
This is all like, well, I signed up, when I was like, in my running prime, I would say like last year in October. And then in November, I was trained up for a half marathon, a race in Savannah half, they had it. And the week before that, I injured my knee before I did that half marathon in Savannah.
Yeah.
So then I took the whole week off, and I was thinking, man, maybe I'll be fine to run the full marathon. So I ran the full marathon, mile 1, my knee was cooked.
Fuck.
So then I just had to dial in past the pain and keep pushing myself till the end. And I finished at an okay time, but I feel like I could have done a whole lot better without the knee pain. Yeah. And it was a runner's knee. They call it IT band syndrome, which is on the outer side of your leg going down from your glutes to your knee, and that knee portion, and you know, I guess I delayed leg day in a way, you know, glutes and whatever.
Yeah.
I was running too much in some way. But long story short, I didn't perform well. And then after that half marathon in November, I took 2 months off. So I'm like, I need to fully recover. I went to Optum to get checked out, make sure it wasn't nothing structurally or, you know, tendon based. I really could.
Yeah.
But no, it was just recovery and just lay off running. And that was the hardest part, man. I kind of wanted to go run with the club. I wanted to be out there supporting everyone, but it was tough.
Yeah.
But so I recovered. And then I started back running again, and then instead of it being my right, it was my left knee now.
No way.
I was like, no way. But it wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
I still have a little bit, but you know, I haven't ran. So then by that time, we were looking at 2 months past, and then we were looking at early February. And I'm like, dang, the marathon is literally 4 weeks away. So then I ChatGPT'd it. I ChatGPT'd how to train for a marathon coming off of an injury for 2 months, no running. So I lost my full endurance base out the door. So I lost my speed.
Yeah.
So I started from scratch.
Yeah.
And I trained for pretty much 10 days.
And what did ChatGPT say?
ChatGPT said, strongly advise not to do it. You will suffer if you do it.
It's every message but what you want to hear.
Exactly. I'm like, and I kept telling him, all right, if I tape up, if I stretch well, if I hydrate well, is there a possibility?
Yeah.
And then it said, if you really insist, yes, but be warned, you will suffer.
Holy shit.
And I was like,
you know, what did it give any like after like scaring you like
potential side effects?
Yeah, side effects or like afterwards, like oh my god, like your shit's gonna be shattered, or you're not gonna be able to walk, anything extreme like that, or.
Well, ChatGPT, you know, was skeptical. He didn't want to put me down the wrong path, you know, in a way, set me up for failure.
Yeah.
But there was a potential issue where I could delay my recovery on my left knee for a longer period of time, therefore me not being able to run for a long period of time. So then I've trained for 10 days, pretty much 10 to 12 days. The first week I did 7 miles was my longest run. So I went from 7 miles being my longest run that week, so pretty much averaging maybe like 10, 15 miles that week.
Yeah.
And the following week, pretty much on that Saturday, I did a 20 mile run. So I went from 7 to 10, 7 to 20. Theoretically, you're not supposed to increase your weekly mileage over 10%. Because you increase,
That was like 100.
I went berserk. So I'm like, I'd done 20 miles before, it sucked, but I did it. I know I could do it. So then I did the same thing. I felt pain. I knew I needed to do a long run. That way I know where my weaknesses were at. ChatGPT didn't advise to do 10 miles. That's pure ego. And being like, yo, I need to know. So then I did a 20 miler. I'm like, I got the good feedback I wanted. And then the following week, I pretty much didn't run at all. I didn't run because you're supposed to like lay off your muscles, make sure you're fresh for the start of the race Sunday. So you take it called a taper week. You don't really do much. And then I, carb loaded the night before. Ate some bomb spaghetti. Shout out to Maggiano's, Rodeo Drive, that song? Shout out to Maggiano's. But we carb loaded good. And then in the morning, got after it. I gotta be at the start line at 7. I did before all that, I had to do some stretches, I had to tape up. I felt my pressure points, heat points in my body, so I had to, put some body glide on, to prevent chafing and all that. It'll eat you up later on. I was prepared. I was like, all right, I know what I need to do. Let's lock in.
Is there any like beginning rituals you have, like a prayer or?
No, I did pray right at the starting line whenever I was in the crowds. Because there were so many people. They started shouting waves. So I did have a little prayer there. Just hope for the best. I was like, hopefully my left knee doesn't act up. I started to feel it, warming up. But once I just pushed forward, I was cooking.
Yeah, you're moving.
Yeah, so then me and Angel were pretty much staying together. That was a goal. Like, let's stay together up to 20. You know, we done 20 before at a talking pace. We were just chilling. We were cutting up with everyone in the race too. We were like, yeah, bro. I remember when I was crossing the border, it was just like this. Jokes, you know. But people were cracking up like, bro, what?
You gotta light up the mood, bro.
Yeah,
You're killing your body.
Yeah, you're gonna kill your body later on. There was a bunch of posters out there, like mile 6, 7. You know, there was like a bunch of like funny posters.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, they're like.
You gotta keep it fucking.
Your spirit up, because later on you're gonna be cooked and no one's gonna be there cheering you. So everyone supposedly pretty much cheers the first half marathoners, because that's what everyone does, and then the full marathoners, you're not cheering, bro. Right. They're like, bro, these are all the legit people, so it's tough.
Yeah,
and it's later in the race.
I would fucking cheer for y'all. Yeah. Like, damn, like.
Exactly. But you know, it was less people, so that's whatever. But yeah, going through, we were cooking up in the mile 20. I was like, man, I was feeling good. I was drinking water every station. You know, I was, you know.
They have stations too for water.
Yeah, every 2 miles, I was taking my, you know, my water, my electrolytes, and then some gels. I was cooking. We were cooking. And then a mile 20 hit. That's where the wall really happened. Yeah. I mean, throughout that whole course, there was a bunch of hills, but. Yeah. Mile 20, 22, that was unknown territory for me. I never ran more than 20 miles in my life. So then the last 6.2 miles, those are the real toughest. Yeah. You go past the point of pain and quitting. Yeah. Sun was beaming, hills are tough. You and yourself and yourself. Like, even if, like, whatever's left of you. It was kind of discouraging too at some points. There's like some people there just like on the side of the curve just chilling, like my feet hurt, or like they weren't chilling but they were in pain. They were like, bro, why sign up for this? Oh shit. Yeah, like they were like cooked and everything. See anyone bleed or anything like that? There's some bleeding too. Yeah. I mean, there's some people just taking off their shoes, taking their socks off, and toenails cooked. Oh man. But you know, you live and you learn. Facts. And I was like, I'm prepared. I taped up my toenails. I taped everything I knew that I was gonna get friction in, and I just, just prepared. Fact. And I was like, man, mile 24. I was like, bro, dear Lord, give me some strength to finish this one. Facts. You finished that shit. And I finished it. I was trying to, break. My goal for the whole race was just to finish. I could finish it. Be part of that 1%. I didn't really care about the time, but up until 20, we were cooking on time. I was like, hey, yo, this speed right now? What? Maybe it's the adrenaline, maybe, I don't know, but it wasn't the hills for sure. They were working against us. And then we were mile 20, 22, those were tough. 24 was like, bro, ain't no way. And then my sister popped up. She gave me like, yo, what's up? Keep it up. And that literally brought me up in the mood. Yeah, last mile and a half. And bro, that mile and a half took forever to get there to finish. I was like, ain't no way it takes this much. I was looking at my wife like, bro, come on, bro.
Dude, still though, that's impressive, bro. That's really fucking impressive, bro.
And then the last 5 miles, you're pretty much, I was at a speed walking pace in a way. I was around 9-10 pace. Moving, but not moving like 5K moving, like nothing crazy. Yeah. I was like bodies cooked. But you start passing a lot of people, like a lot, like left and right. You just doing your thing. As long as you keep your pace consistent, you're passing everyone. But yeah, the last
did your pace change?
I try to keep my goal is to try to keep the same pace throughout the whole race. Yeah. No matter the elevation difference. Yeah. And it was tough, but doing that instead of going out the gate fast and hitting the wall later on in the middle of the race and not being able to finish, you'd have been cooked. So I had to pace myself to delay that as much. Okay. And then
that's good enough. That's super good enough.
Yeah, pace yourself, and then I was just hoping for the best. And then before I knew it, I was right there, like around the corner near the finish line. I was like, dang, there's the dude right there, like maybe like 40 yards away. I was like, 40-yard dash. So then I started running. Running mentally. I was like, I'm almost there.
Probably.
My body was so shot. Like mentally, I was trying to get there, but my muscles were giving out. Yeah. My form was off. I was like, ain't no way. But it is. I finished it. Crossed it. Finishing time was 3:57. Granted, my time was just trying to finish the marathon. Yeah. And the average marathon time is 4:30. 4 hours and 30 minutes.
So you're even under
I was so forward with 10 days of training and coming off of a 2-month injury. Which is like goated.
Oh fucking god, yeah.
Yeah, this right here is a medal, coveted, 20th anniversary Publix full marathon medal.
Yeah, zoom in there.
Yeah, but yeah, it's legit. I'm gonna wear that to the
Hell yeah.
outside, bro. And then of course Medal Monday, I was wearing it everywhere. God. So yeah, so it's like
that'd be like you watched WWE.
Yeah.
You seen that John Cena one where he spins or whatever, yeah. Bro? That's just tough.
But yeah, it's coveted. So yeah.
Damn.
Part of that 1%.
Hell yeah.
Part of that 1% now. Group of people in the world to complete one marathon. So we'll see what's next for me.
Yeah, thanks.
Running wise, I plan to recover after this. You got to take 4 weeks to recover from something like this.
Yeah. You still feeling you have to. Yeah, you have to.
I was so Monday morning, I could barely get out of bed. Right after the marathon, I couldn't even bend my legs. I was so cooked. But I did get a cold plunge.
Yeah.
And that helped out a lot. And went from there. But yeah.
Do you do a lot of those? A lot of cold plunges or saunas or anything like that?
I like saunas, but I don't really know where to go besides 180.
Facts. Oh, there's not that much options.
Yeah, and then the cold plunges, I've done the cold plunge before. It sucks because it's cold to the bone, literally. But it does help your muscles recover a lot. And after that, like I can move my legs and all.
Sleep too, probably. Yeah. I used to do it a lot when I was playing soccer in high school. Like they had us do it, and it was super good. Super good for your bones. Super good for your sleep, recovery, a lot. And it's a lot of discipline. You know what I mean? A lot of like mental challenges, like especially with running and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's kind of what I did, you know, and that's right here is the outlook or the whole plan of Atlanta of the full marathon.
Oh my god!
And there's checkpoints and everything. We'll put them in the video, a little screenshot there, so I can check it out. But it's something else. So a lot of elevations. One of the,
I thought there's a big ass fucking circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. And in town too. That's rough.
Yeah, they shut down Atlanta for us.
Yeah, that's cool as fuck though. Yeah. So it must be one of those super big marathons.
Yeah, it's once a year. And it only happens once a year now. That's about it. So my goal for me now is just to recover, get some strength training in me now, make sure I'm all good, and probably start working back up, maybe 5Ks, 10Ks, work on my speed. And then eventually when time comes to do another marathon, start training for that. So maybe later this year, do another one, but with not just 2 people, I want to have at least 4 others running with me.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. They made that decision, bro, because, you know what I mean? Not just because you, but they seen someone around them like, oh, man, they can do it, I can do this shit.
Yeah, be part of that 1%. Challenge everyone, you know? Like, we all start somewhere, you know?
Facts, facts. But you gotta challenge yourself, bro, in life, bro, because, everything, especially in the United States, I feel like it's given like a little easier. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like different people grow up in different systems or whatever. But here in the United States, you can go get a burger. You can go fucking take somebody, call somebody, you do this, do that. It's a little easy. Everyone needs challenge.
Exactly, a challenge and motivation to do it along with others. As a group. I used to play soccer too and all. And then I was doing soccer and running at the same time at one point, playing Sunday league and all. And honestly, I mean, kudos to everyone doing soccer and all. But for me, I'm like, dang, I got to perform on a race Saturday and then I got to play soccer Sunday. I got to pick and choose. And then I did for me. I mean, at one point I was like, dang, I'm more prone to getting injured playing soccer than I am running. So that's why I chose to stick with running a little bit, a little bit more social, more easier, I guess. Less injury risk, for me. Either way, running is good for any sport,
Yeah.
So as long as you're running, I mean, you're already winning in any sport.
Facts. Yeah, for real. It's endurance, bro. Your fucking lifespan and shit like that. It all ties in together. Bro.
Exactly. Running makes you younger, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
And your heart helps your heart too.
Yeah,
so
facts.
Mentally, I mean, there's benefits to it, but
And there's so much poison in this now, like dyes, food, and
Red 40, man. Tell me about it.
There's a fucking red dynamite, bro.
Yeah.
I do. It's addicting. I have to keep this shit. Let's keep. When we talk about, obviously your motivations for like running and shit like that. Not just running, but just life in general. Is there what's your spiritual background? What is are you Christian, Catholic?
Yeah, so I was raised in the Catholic household.
Facts.
And continuing it with mine. I'm trying to do better. I mean, every day. Made it a goal for me, during Lent to get closer to God. At least pray every night and all that. I didn't really do it, but I'm trying to do it more often.
So yeah, everyone has their own path.
Yeah, so praying before a meal and before night, just having some alone time, even if it's just 5 minutes, it's something for me. And before my big race, I actually, had a word with the Lord and like, hey man, just protect me in this one. Give me the strength to finish, and if at very least, just let me know when to stop.
Facts, yeah. Wow.
That's
That's a good thing that you did focus on.
Yeah, and I will say, like, there were some times during that race that my calves were cramping up, and I felt it, and I'm like, dear Lord, I'm almost there. Give me strength. Give me strength.
Yeah.
So then I just took a little swig of a gel or another or something, and then just slowed it down and kept going. Luckily, my body didn't give out.
Facts.
So I give that to the Lord.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, shout out.
For real.
Hell yeah. And as far as like life and death, do you fear death, or like what do you feel like comes after death? You know what I mean?
Honestly, regarding that, I don't really think much about it. I'm like, death is inevitable. It's gonna come when no one knows when it's gonna come. Therefore, I'm gonna live my life the best I can. Live it without a regret. Live in without, dang, I wish I would have went. Type of feeling. It's like, I wish I didn't miss out on that event.
Regret.
The regret.
Yeah.
I'd rather live my days not regretting anything.
Yeah.
And do good, be good. It's just how it is, karma, I guess.
Yeah, facts.
So,
yeah, the universe or what that's very like important to have like as an individual, like a certain standpoint, like a religion. You know what I mean? I feel like and obviously growing older now, and how old are you now?
I'm 24.
24, and obviously you graduated high school and then you went to college. What college you went to?
I went to Georgia Southern, so being from Statesboro, I was like, man, Georgia Southern's pretty cool. And then more in high school, I looked into it, like, dang, they're D1. And in town, so technically I could save some bread if I could get into Southern and get the full college experience. So I was like, bet. I did want to go to Georgia, but they didn't have the program I wanted to go into. So I studied construction management, so a little bit of engineering, business put together, and I liked it. So.
Hell yeah. And that's what you graduated?
I graduated with, along with a minor in business management. And of course, college, I did the whole college experience. I worked, I was working full time and going to school full time. I was grinding, locked in. Yeah. And then on top of that, I did the fraternity. I was
oh, really?
I was a frat boy.
Which
I was a Kappa Sigma.
Holy shit! And how was that experience? Only a handful of people get that experience.
Yeah, it's very selective, and it was cool. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's my idea going into college was get in and get out as fast as you can to make bread. But once I got into that group, post-COVID times, I was like, yo, I actually want to delay my graduation for this. Life is good. Yeah.
The experience. Yeah.
And I just remember sometimes in the spring when it'll get warm or in the fall, you'll be walking down Greek Road or to the house, and the boys at the house are already throwing up dice. They're trying to play beer die. I was like, yo, let's run it. Middle of the day, about 2, 3, 4, throwing up. And I'm like, yo, we out here, bro. Live the dream. That's the one time of the year, one time of your life where you can do literally whatever you want because you're in college.
Yeah.
No one's really gonna say anything. So it was bro, that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Live without a regret and just live it up then.
And you stayed into the whole 4 years?
No, I was only there about a year and a half.
Still.
Because
experiencing that.
The experience in
it's camaraderie too, yeah.
Yeah, the brotherhood there, it's insane. And I mean, kudos, man. I wish I could run it back as a freshman and do the full, 4 years.
Yeah.
But I only got to it about a year and a half, maybe 2 tops. But I did get a bunch of opportunities, career-wise and also housing-wise.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had an internship in Atlanta, and I was trying to find a place to crash at,
Facts, yeah.
And then I was like, yo, everything's so expensive. I'm really not trying to, pay what I make, over this internship, not staying in downtown Atlanta, which is expensive.
Yeah.
I ended up staying at the frat house at Georgia Tech. saving bread and the fraternity and $1 million house. I was like, yo, I was living
Yeah,
it
you
up.
can't get better.
You can't get better in that.
Fuck yeah.
In campus, in a $1 million house, 3-story house, 4-story actually, in downtown Atlanta, just chilling because you're part of the frat. Oh, it was pretty cool.
Holy shit.
The privileges are there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There's privileges in it.
Oh my god.
And that's the one time in your life you could actually do that. Like join it.
Yeah.
It's in college, and that's it.
And I think that's important, like being like circling around this, like just being in groups, like finding home in some other than your immediate family, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause like it like I said, it grants you your perspective, and you learn a lot more about yourself.
Exactly.
Facts. Cause like and then you get to teach, and then they teach you, you know what I mean? It lets go of the ego a little bit more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Obviously, I mean, there's a bunch of learning curves, there's a bunch of details there, but I mean, overall, I had a blast. Wish I could always go back and be a college student all over again, just to do it the full time.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you know, leading into now, you know what I mean, your age and everything, what is some things, your goals now, you know what I mean, you've accomplished this marathon, you know, obviously you have your running goals, but what's like your personal goals now, because you're obviously, you know, on that halfway mark of 30. Yeah, and what it's I'm up there too, so
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy how fast life is, honestly, you know, for me. I don't want to say too many details, but I got some stuff cooking professionally about it. I gotta work on some items too, maybe towards the middle/end of the year. Those details come to light and fruition. And the goals, it wouldn't be a goal, it'd be just stated, you know, like, yo, he actually did a thing.
Facts.
So we'll go from there. You know, I don't want to give too much out.
Yeah, because a part of it too, I understand that, because whenever you say it, it triggers that thing in the back of your mind saying, oh, I already did it.
Yeah.
I already did it. I already said it to this guy. I don't need to do it. And, and then at the end of the day, it's more important that you do it. It's
Exactly.
Say it, you know what I mean? Yeah, facts.
Exactly, and that's why I don't want to say it, because I know I haven't done it.
Yeah.
So whenever I do say it and it comes to light and it's public, I mean, I did it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a satisfaction in that.
Yeah.
But I am working on some things. I'm cooking up professionally.
And just life. What about life? Like, kind of like you want like a family, you know?
Yeah, I like a family, you know.
Is that like, or love life, you know what I mean? Is that something you're kind of pursuing now, or is it more something you want to later wait?
It's a difficult, given the dating climate nowadays.
Facts, yeah.
It's kind of tough, not gonna lie.
Facts.
Social media cooked this generation.
Yeah, instant gratification, communication skills,
all of the above.
A lot of things, man. And I think I'm lucky because, you know, I found it out right now.
Yeah.
But, like, I know how hard it is to like try to like put myself out there and like connect. Yeah.
Genuinely.
Because if you fucking one text is misinterpreted or one call is misinterpreted, and then you have to start over. Yeah, and you're not gonna find your wife at a club or fucking, you know what I mean? You're not gonna do that.
Yeah, or CVS parking lot.
Yeah.
Or like,
On
a Sunday. Coin flipping.
Yeah, oh yeah. But it's one of those things that it's difficult now in the life that we live in. Hopefully, you know, we don't grow into like 6 robots in that area. I feel like we should come back to the camaraderie things, groups and shit like that. That's how you find the love. You know, you remember back then, niggas. You could not comprehend losing a girlfriend and then not seeing her. Imagine back in the day you had a girlfriend, she moved 3 hours away and you never saw her again. Unheard of. Yeah. Now you stalk, or now you go try to figure out where this is or where she's at or how he's doing. I mean, it's a cycle that's very unhealthy.
Yeah, it's unhealthy, and it just doesn't stop the cycle in a way. You know, it's just I guess that's why a bunch of people just go out of social media in general. They just like put a pause to it.
Yeah.
I mean, just be on my own for once, not be reminded, or you know, be tempted to look for the other. You know.
Yeah. It'll come, and
yeah.
Whenever everything is right in someone's life, it should come. You know?
Yeah, naturally, of course.
Yeah, naturally, you should force it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like apps and shit like that. I guess one way they kind of force shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, unless you actually like that type of lifestyle. I don't know.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
two sides of the fucking
two
coin.
sides, of course, you know.
Yeah.
To each their own, you know.
To each their own. Facts. Yeah.
No judgment.
Yeah, no judgment because one life lived by different people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Facts.
Maybe you don't choose the life chose you or something like
Yeah,
that.
sounds like what a really cool. Leading into the end of it, what are some things that you want to give to the world that you've learned, or messages that you want to give, not only for yourself but even for the club or whatever you have in your mind?
Messages, yeah. Honestly, I will tell you to never stop believing in yourself. Do the things you ever thought about doing and pursuing them, Work your way up to it, and if you don't know how, ask. Don't get lost in trying to find out, You're gonna spend more time trying to find out than just simply asking someone who's done it or could have a potential idea.
Yeah, don't let the ego get away.
The ego, it's the ego that people, especially in our culture, it's like ego. It's over everyone,
Yeah.
I'm trying to gatekeep this,
Yeah.
gatekeep that. Like, bro, we're all trying to make it out of life, bro. Like, put your number in the road.
Across the street.
Bro, come on, set the ego aside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, just inspire others while you're at it too. Pull people up, pull people around you up, hold them accountable. Like, yo, lock in, bro.
Nice.
I'll be waking up in the morning like around 5:30 to hit the gym. Like, yo, where y'all at, bro? Lock in. And then someone else sends me sent there at the different gym. I'm like, love to see it,
Fuck yeah.
And the grind is there.
Yeah. Camaraderie. Yeah.
I say, and I mean, I like to invite people out there who's interested in giving running a try. I mean, just pull up.
Yeah, pull up for
Sure. That's the hardest part, just showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, that's the hardest part. Just taking the first step. And then life-wise, I mean, just you do you, I guess, in a way. And I'm not really sure. Just follow your dreams.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I mean, just from your story in itself, it says that, like, back when we were talking about, instead of saying and doing it, you've done it. You know what I mean? So, like, when people see that, people are like, oh, maybe I could do that, or shit. Some people get mad at it, like why would you do that? But then it inspires them to go do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone has different reactions to your life, or your life is your life,
Mm-hmm.
and don't let anything or anyone deteriorate it. And you're a perfect example of that, bro. And
Exactly.
super inspiring.
Just trying to.
Trying. Facts, man.
Yeah, it's like, you work so hard for a goal, it's no pain, no gain in a way.
Yeah. No facts, yeah.
Anything worth achieving is gonna either be hard or you're gonna suffer for it. Anything worth achieving.
Yeah.
And then you'll really be proud of it. If you didn't really go through all that hard work, you wouldn't really find the gratification in it.
What type of fucking video game would it be if you were just in easy mode? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, what type of fucking, you just stay on the same fucking map the whole
It'd
time.
get boring, Life would get boring too if you don't really challenge yourself. That's why I said goals. One of the next milestones would be like, let's jump off the plane, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah. There's something wrong with me.
I was like, bro. I personally, I was scared of heights, but still, the adrenaline of that shit probably was like overfilling, and I could not imagine.
It goes back to living your life to the fullest.
Facts, yeah, that's
Living
true.
life without regret.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's one of your goals, and and for all those that are listening and view it, shout out your Instagram or who you want to follow for them to your socials and everything. Everything we pin down in the
so my personal Instagram is b.v_Escudero, ESCUDPRO. And then the Run Club's page is official_SGRC on Instagram. And I believe we have in that Instagram there's a link in the bio that'll take you to the TikTok page, the Stravas, the group me for the member discounts and all that for races. And we'll be dropping some merch too. We'll be there for you. Just take the first step.
Definitely.
Come out, try it out.
Definitely.
We like it, But
definitely one of the and I will will say, like, with that one experience that I did go around with y'all, it was beautiful. It was one of the, and I need to go back. I mean, I need to post over the skis. You feel me? But we gotta go back. We're gonna do that, and that experience for others just listening and seeing is like, it's good. We need camaraderie now, and take that step, take that first step.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
And running's popping now. I don't know if you've seen on social media. Maybe it's just my TikTok, but it's popping now.
it might be
It's
right.
popping. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I'm watching soccer. You know, it's
Maybe it's the algorithm.
yeah.
It's the algorithm, but you know.
We appreciate your story, bro, and
Yeah.
I fuck with you, bro. I
Of course.
appreciate you, bro. Everyone that's listening, go ahead and follow him. Go follow South Georgia Club and take that first step. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Curlyverse podcast. Peace.